It's Thursday Theater, friends, and boy, do I have somebody special in my life joining me this morning. That's Jeff Black, McDermott and Bold, but mostly OC, Difference Makers OC. Jeff, it's great to have you with me this morning.
Good to meet. Always good to be with you guys.
We have had a journey together in a lot of different ways, but I'd like to talk about Jeff's journey with Difference Makers OC. How did it ever get started here 4 years ago, Jeff?
Yeah, good idea. Good question, and an exciting part of my life. You know, Russ, I believe that the world is a better place when relationships fit and people fit together. And what I found being in this business when I first got started was it didn't seem purposeful enough for me. And after a few years, I got the opportunity to be on my first nonprofit board, the YMCA of Orange County. And what happened when I did that is when I sat around that table with that group of people, I realized this is where I belong. These are the kind of people I want to be around. They were inspired, they were successful, they also cared a lot about helping others. And I said, this is where I want my life to be. And after a while, I came upon this vision for my life about the idea of creating more linkage and synergy between those kind of people, those people that I call difference makers. And you were involved with this from the very early days, the idea of creating an opportunity to connect people who are successful and also care, create synergy that can change more lives. That's been kind of the central theme behind how Difference Makers OC came to be.
Quintessential story about Thursday Theater. Jeff's the guy who said, so what is it that I'm doing in my professional life that's revealing something more that I can give back? And so, Jeff, what we know is 4 years down the road, this Difference Makers OC has been a wonderful story. So tell us about what's happening.
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about what's happened. We've had some great events over the last 4 years. And what happened to me was I realized when we started to do these extraordinary events, bringing a lot of people together to benefit a cause and also bring people together to create synergy, I realized that it was very similar to the work that I do, and it inspired me to get involved in culture fit as a focus in my business as well. So much linkage between the Difference Makers mission and the idea of culture fit in the business.
That's
world.
cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been very exciting, and it's created so much more purpose for me in the work that I do. What's happening now with Difference Makers OC that's especially exciting is a group of people has become inspired by it, and we've got a group, a larger and larger group of folks that help to put this on that are inspired by the mission. And we're having a great event in September, on September 30th, to benefit Tire San Jose, a morning event at their training facility. It's called St. Joseph's Workshop, teaching workforce skills. We're going to benefit that organization, but it's going to be an opportunity to meet other difference makers. Also, we're going to be having a really special event on November 5th at Crevier Classic Cars in Costa Mesa.
Yes.
And it's going to be a celebration of essentially 5 years worth of Difference Makers activities. We're going to have all the prior beneficiaries there to present their information and to make themselves available. And it's going to be a big celebration. It's going to be a late afternoon, early evening event at Crevier Classic Cars on the evening of November 5th. So there's a lot of great energy.
Friends, do you get it? This is it. Here's the man. The example of the man who understands. You blend that professional and personal life, and you blend it because it makes you more successful in every area of your life. That's Thursday Theater, week in and week out. And Jeff, it's a pleasure to hear you dial it in for us this morning on this week's Thursday Theater. Friends, good to have you with us. Jeff, good to have you with us. And we'll see you next week on Thursday Theater. Take care.